What's going on, everybody? This is Roster of the Burbank Misfits. And of course, I'm joined with my beautiful, spectacular, newer co-host who brings all her bubbly personality and is fantastic, Miss Sarah Lace.
Hi. Thank you everyone for having me again. And today we actually have the very gorgeous Dahlia Dopey.
Is
So beautiful.
Hi.
Doing this for a while. Go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody, please.
Hi, I'm DahliaIsDopey. I'm so thankful for you guys to have me on the show. Thank you so much. I am so excited to get into all the shenanigans with you guys.
Thank you. We're excited.
so tell us who when people think of you, who are you? Like how would you
Uh,
identify yourself?
ooh, I guess you would call me a cammer. I'm a cam girl. I'm a horror queen. I'm a Shiba lover. And I think when people think of me, they think of like horror movies. I show a lot of horror movies and I do a lot of trivia. I make a lot of games. I don't know.
Oh
That
no, no,
wasn't
no. That's
answering
no
you.
because all of this is your personality. Because if we don't know who you are, it just makes it like, oh, she loves Chivas. And honestly, over the last few weeks, I've seen so many people that on my feeds and stuff that have Chivas recently. And are those are and in your profile, are those your two Chivas or
Yeah,
they look
those are my
s-
babies.
they are so cute.
Oh,
I don't know you saw them, Sarah, but it's like in her Twitter I'm sorry, in her X profile, it is two Shibas in her cover photo. They're so cute. They're so
oh,
Yeah,
cute.
that up really quick.
Yeah.
I
I
really
have a little boy, or not a little boy, he's my big boy. His name is Dongo, and then I have a littler one whose name is Shika. They're both 10 years
Oh,
old
Oh
and
my
they're
God.
my babies.
that sounds so adorable. That's amazing.
Honestly, for some reason, since November, or October, whatever, I've been meeting so many people who have these beautiful like I know personally I won't have the capability of taking care of a dog as I should, whatever, but I've seen so many beautiful Shivas that I'm like, if I had one, it would either be one of like a Shiba or I'm really into Yorkies too. I love Yorkies too. So it's just I like looking at dogs rather than keeping a dog. Because I was petting a dog all last night on my birthday. Just I went over someone's house just to pet their dog for like 3 hours.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I
I
was
love
yeah.
pets.
I was just over
You
there.
could just you could just consider yourself like a godparent to the dogs and then you don't have to take care of them. It's kind of like being an aunt or an uncle. You don't really have to do any of the real work. You just get to like play with them and pet them.
Exactly.
I am the uncle of a lot of children, and one of the things I always joke about is just I they all live in a different state. I get to come in, take them out to eat, take them out to Chuck E. Cheese or wherever, and take them all out to eat, and then give them back to their parent, and then I come back to California. I did my
Yep.
work.
He gives them back with a sugar rush.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yes.
say just fill them up with like ice cream, candy, and pizza. Just take them home with tummy aches. But they
Mm,
love you. I've said that
exactly.
actually for years with my friends. Anytime there's like a birthday and there's a sibling, I'll bring the sibling like an extra gift, and they're always like, "Why?" And I'm like, "Because they're gonna remember me. They're gonna remember me, and they're gonna love me."
Yeah,
Exactly. You're
because
like, I'm gonna be favorite aunt.
see, because Sarah can tell you this, this past graduation time, whatever, the majority of the ones I used to do it for, all of them graduated at the same time. So it was like seven graduates. And I got them all on my shirt, whatever. And it was just like they all were just so giddy because one, I flew from they all live in Indiana. I flew way over there to say, hey, I'm here for all seven of y'all, not just one. I show up and then I leave. I do want to, I'm sorry, this is not to hop on. So tell us about these games because I was reading this game in particular. I want to know what is Diopoly?
So Thoughtopoli is Monopoly, but sex worker and like engaged instead. So say instead of the railroads, it would be like Streamate or MyFreeCams or
Okay.
Chatterbait. And like as you were going through it, instead of picking up like a chance card and being like, oh, I have to go back 3 spots, it would be like I have to spank myself 20 times. And then you could play it with other girls, and there are like girl specific like things that you could do, or just like solo things you could do, or they could win like videos. You still went to jail in the game. You still go to jail.
But
Okay.
here it is. Caught outside shooting the scene. Go to go to jail for 4 hours. I'm
That'd
sorry.
be a fun card. That'd be
Wait,
awesome.
You say what?
oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear what she said. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. She was saying that was so
I
awesome.
That is awesome.
Thank you.
Of
It was the
course.
first game I actually made together. It was really complicated, but it has its own like board and everything, and you have your own little pieces, and you roll your dice and everything, and
So
it was a lot of
do you
fun.
do this with your community or is it just like a game that you could people like we all like me and you and her could sit around and play? Like
No, it's definitely a community-based game. I mean, the three of us could do it, but it's definitely gonna get raunchy. So
I mean
depends on what kind of night you want.
I've been around this
Hey, that's the
industry.
point. I love
Like
crazy nights.
I'm kind of a prude, but I've been around. I've seen a lot of things and sung a lot of songs in this industry. So not,
Um,
almost nothing surprises me anymore. Like
yeah, he's witnessed some wild things, and a lot of them have been me doing them.
Yeah.
don't put all that on you because
I mean, a lot of
Jesus
it was
Christ.
though. You have witnessed a lot of crazy things. We were the reason why you accidentally drank some tequila that one time.
See, bad influence. Bad
I
influence.
definitely
Yeah.
had influence.
So
But that's what I'm saying. That Thoughtopoli game, I feel like I would actually just play that, just have friends over and be like, hey, let's do some crazy things.
You definitely can. Like, it doesn't get so crazy that you're like, oh, I can't do this. But the fun of it is when you're playing online, the guys tip, and then you get to play your next game. And the whole point is to get around the entire board.
Yeah.
And there are shots in it, there are tokes in it, there are spanks in it, there are girl like kissing, there's all kinds of different things. But I tried to give it like a true variety of things that you could do while you
Mhm.
did it. It was my baby. It took me like 3 months to design this whole game.
oh, that sounds
That's
fun.
pretty awesome. You should definitely market that.
What other games do you have? Because I know you have the tarot cards, which I know nothing about tarot. Like I know that it like I know somewhat, but I know nothing like the true feeling of it. But what's this tarot thing? I know you're doing that too right now.
So the tarot deck is a regular everyday tarot deck. It's all the same cards. You have death, you have the fool, you have the, king of swords, the whole 9 yards. I took it and I tried to find models that felt that they could align with that card, and then I designed the card around them. So, for
Ooh.
example, like I don't know if you know about like Little Puck. She is amazing, or they are amazing, and they were kind enough to allow to come into the game. Um, but there are a lot of like bigger name models who wanted to do it, as well as like little models who have just begun, who are my only requirement is that you had to have been in the industry for at least a year, just so that it wasn't somebody who came in, decided they really didn't care for it and wanted to leave and didn't want their representation left in the industry after they left. But I was lucky enough to have like Ivy Grace plays the tower, and each card means a different thing. But we would take what the original cards look like, what traditional tarot cards would look like, and then we would talk to them, and they could put in, for example, like I have my dogs in my card. There are people who have their cats in their card, or
May I
they
ask real
like
quick,
specific outfits.
which card are you? I'm sorry.
I'm the devil.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to be the devil, but I also felt like it was a little bit hard to message somebody and be like, "Hey, so I really felt like you would align with the devil. You are
Yeah.
what I consider to be Satan." And they're like, "Oh, yay, thanks so much."
That would be a rough conversation. That would be rough. Like just
There's
politically.
Yes, that's where I was like, I'll do it. It's me. I'm the bad one.
Well,
Like Taylor
you,
Swift this.
you can
I'm the
all
problem.
you can also see it as
I
like
love it.
the devil was, the most beautiful, the prettiest, the most handsome, like whatever, the most attractive person in heaven, and then they just got sit down because they were evil. So like you calling that person, the most beautiful person in all the cards. They just got a wild, dirty side. So you can spun it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought
You're
about
like.
that for a little bit.
At the end of the day, the devil is still an angel. He's just fallen.
Very, very true.
Yeah,
Very,
Mhm.
very true.
that sounds.
Exactly.
I wish I knew more about tarot because I've heard a lot of stuff about it, and I know the benefits of it because people have given me tarot readings, and I don't fully comprehend them, but I understand like the work behind it. So
Hmm.
like I look forward to this. Like, is it out yet, or are you still working on it?
So I'm currently still working on it. I had a Kickstarter up. We hit the goal. We went above the goal. So each model that is in the set is going to get their card as well as a deck. There are a lot of people who order decks for other models. I myself don't read tarot. I've had a lot of tarot readings, but I was very into the art. That was the thing that got me really, really excited. I'm working with this amazing, amazing artist called Arenia Artie, and she's actually pretty big in the art scene for designing like stickers for models or like magnets and things like that. And I ended up having a conversation with her, and she was really, really excited about it. So she's doing all 72 of the cards. So that was the part
Oh,
that I
that's
got
what's up.
most excited. Yeah.
I think I know that. That name sounds so familiar. No, I mean, like when you meet so many people, like all their names and
Hmm.
everything just blurs together. But that name
Yeah.
sounds so familiar. But that's what's up. And then you also got like truth and tokes, and
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's like truth or dare. And even if you don't do the dare, you get a toke or something like that.
It's more never have I ever. So I
Mhm.
actually have truth or tokes, truth or spanks, truth or sips, or truth or squats. And it's four different sets that you can pick, and each one has 50 cards in it. And it's all industry related. So it'll be like, never have I ever been on a podcast in the industry. And then I would be like, well, I have been. So I would either take a toke, or I would do a spank, or I would do a squat, depending on which one it is. Or it could be, have you ever worked on this website? Or have you ever had an orgy, done something wild like that? So those
That seems
cards
like
get
a fun
really
lesson.
I
Uh,
believe I
these
know a lot.
cards.
I know a lot of folks that will get like if it's the toke that would get really, really, really high early on. But I like that like
Lightweight now.
the squat one. The squat one could be a lot of fun too for like people trying to, get in shape a little bit. And like I like that idea. That concept is fun. Are you
I
about to bring it
actually
out?
have I actually have them right here,
Oh, oh, I
but
gotta see
like
this.
so it's like Truth or
Ooh.
Spanx. It's the same artist that I actually worked with, Truth or Truth or
Oh, that,
Spanx.
Okay.
And then on the other side are Shibas,
oh, that is so
along
cute.
with your question. So like this one, for example, is
I
have you
mean,
ever worked on Streamate? And since I have, I would have to do a spank.
Okay. So
I like
I'm
I
doing
don't
a lot of dirty things. Does that mean I'm gonna get spanked a lot?
Spanks or squats? Would you rather do 50 squats or take 50 spanks?
50 spanks. Squats are a lot of work. Unless it's squatting on the dick, like you ain't catch me doing a squat.
100% agree with that entire sentence.
Right? Shit. It's funny because I tell people I hate working out, but I like doing yoga and I like doing pole dancing. So my thing is like I don't like structured workouts, like sitting there doing 50 or standing there doing 50 squats. I'm gonna get bored. I'd rather go and like do other things and like still be physically active. So I feel like even truth or squats, it's still having you work out while you're not necessarily feeling like that's all you're doing.
Yes, exactly.
Mhm.
I also thought it was nice for the people who are, don't drink or don't smoke.
Yeah, I could see that. But still, the Spanx one really caught my eye.
see. The thing is with me, it's like I will smoke weed here and there, but I don't do it after a certain time. And like by that time is when everybody actually want to smoke. Because I don't smoke after 5 because
Yeah.
Okay.
it's basically because like I'm most attentive in the evening time to do my work and stuff like that, and because like sometimes it could you know mess up my thinking process. I don't do it after a certain time, and so yeah, and I don't drink. Period. So it's just I need to get it. I need to get into a shape, other than round. So because round isn't a good shape. Oval is okay, but when you're the circumference of the Earth and you're round as the equator, it's kind of bad.
Miss Raw Star.
No
I don't even know what,
negativity.
I
right?
I
I
say
don't
all
even
and
know
look
how to respond
honestly,
to
like
this
I'm gonna be honest
one.
with you. I say all this, but I'm joking, and I like to joke with myself, because I like all it is in this life. You only get so long to have as much fun as you can before you can't have fun anymore. If you can't joke with yourself and joke with others about minor things, then you're not living right.
No,
So
I completely agree. There was a moment earlier, I don't remember exactly when it was. Oh, I think it was when you were like, what would people know you for? I wanted to be like being a dumbass. And I was like,
hey,
oh,
you can say
Being
you
a
can say
smart ass for
you can say
sure.
that.
I do feel like I am known for being a smart ass. Like I can be professional when I need to, but like if I know you're like joking with me, then I'm gonna give you a smart ass response. Ugh, there's this random fuzz. There you go.
I get very dark with my humor, and then people are like, are you okay? And I'm like, I don't really know. But it was
I feel like I
funny.
hope
It was like
so.
I
it was
mean,
a good 20 minutes.
but like if you can't have dark humor, are you really living?
Mm-mm. I like being dark. I meant the humor.
I'm just saying. And then you like and then like as you said earlier, like you're really into the horror aspect of everything. And if they can't see the darkness that's in you, because you just said you're the devil on your cards, if they can't see the darkness in you, are
Right?
they really your friend?
They don't even know me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like
That reminds me, do you do like horror cosplay as well?
I do. I've done Freddy Krueger. I did Sam from Trick or Treat recently, which was
Okay.
I want to say this.
yeah.
Look at, like, I don't know if you've seen it, but her pinned picture from Halloween was
Oh
Pennywise.
yeah, I
And
saw that.
I was like, that is so badass. That's that's nice.
Yeah, that's why I
Thank
wasn't sure if
you.
it was just a Halloween thing or if it
Yeah,
was just
like me
something
either.
that you enjoy
All
doing.
year.
Because
I thought
you
so.
killed that.
Yeah.
You killed that look so hard. You murdered it. You resurrected it, and you killed it again. That was spectacular. Like, it is really really good. I loved it. But how many more have you done recently? Like, as far as your outfits and cosplays, you could say.
So I did Pennywise, which you were just talking about, Sam from Trick or Treat. I did a final girl photo shoot, which was a Camp Crystal Lake, and then I did the before, like where it just looks like summer, like I'm taking pictures as like a summer camp counselor, and then at the end it was me very like after I
Ready.
had experienced everything. I did a Yellow Jackets photo shoot, which some people consider to be horror because I mean they eat each other on the show, so why not?
Yeah, I think that's considered horror.
Yeah.
When it
And
comes to
then oh, sorry.
no no
I
no
was gonna
go ahead.
say and then I did Snow White, if you want to count that.
Okay, that's not necessarily horror.
I mean,
Maybe one.
it depends on how you look at it. Cause but no, when it comes to yellow jackets, whatever, like I seen like the first few episodes of it, but I didn't really delve into. Cause I know Miss Sarah Lace over here isn't the biggest fan of horror. However, like I love horror movies, but the thing is, it's like I don't really get scared anymore, so it really hurts, me enjoying them as much. But I always say, like, the least scariest thing that's always, like, up until like I was as I was a teenager, that scared me shouldn't have scared anybody. I was scared of that damn puppet from Tales from the Crypt.
Oh, the Crypt Keeper.
I like
God.
I could watch the entire movie, whatever. I was never scared of Freddy, Jason, Chucky, Leatherface, Pinhead. Those people never scare me. But that damn puppet. I usually have to like close my eyes if I heard his voice. And like I had to time it right to like turn my head at the end of Tales from the Crypt because without warning it would just go to him. And if I saw him, I would be creeped out for like the next like few hours. Of all
No,
things, is that
I get it.
That's funny. So the way that I am is I get scared way too easily to the point where I just can't watch them. I think the last one that I watched was like maybe Paranormal Activity, and I know those aren't even that scary, but it's like even then, like that shit scares me. So I'm just like, yeah, no scary movies for me. If I do watch them, they're during the day, and I need extra like cuddles and extra pillows and stuff like that to distract me
who would you
because I'm a
say
scaredy cat.
who would you say would be your favorite?
My favorite person would definitely be Freddy. I'm a huge Freddy Krueger fan, but the movie that actually scares me the most, more than anything in the entire world, is Nightmare Before Christmas. That claymation got me
What?
fucked up.
Oh
You
my
know,
god.
No,
honestly,
can't.
honestly, honestly, I've heard a lot of people get creeped out just from claymation in general.
Yes,
Because
it's so scary.
because I know people who are scared of Gumby, like the early Gumby stuff.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, like in
Oh goodness. I
so
don't know.
like
That's not one that I've thought of, like claymation being a thing to be scared of. But I could see that,
I think it's more so because of the still
like in that.
motion, and then like it's weird, but wow. And like I did read that your favorite movie was uh
Freddy the
I was gonna say Freddy 3. Nightmare Before Nightmare on Elm Street 3. Dream Masters. The Dream Masters?
Yep. Dream Warriors.
Dream Warriors, okay. Like
Dream
Oh,
Masters was the next one.
yeah,
So
okay.
you're not off. But
all I know is that there was like a Rick and Morty like part where there was someone being chased in the dreams. And I
Scary
think it
Terry.
has to do
So
with that. Yes.
okay, I wanna ask you this. When you say you love Freddy, do you mean like the first four movie Freddy's or the movies four on Freddy? Because
I
because
will
like
watch.
because you know what I mean when I ask that, because in the first three-ish, he's more so deviant to kill you, and then the act past that, he's more humor.
So I will watch any Freddy Krueger movie at any time. Like my favorites actually go one, three, New Nightmare, two, five, and six. And then I'll even watch the remake, which I know everybody hates the
I did
remake.
not like the remake because don't get me wrong, I understand that in the movie, whatever he's supposed to be, a pedo, but like they made it super evident in the remake, and he was a lot more creepy in the sense of, being weird like that outside of, being did he become this because y'all accused him of this, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
So I actually know some fun facts about that movie. I do these movie facts on TikTok, just about different movies. But in the original movie, he was supposed to be a child murderer. He actually was never like accused in the first movie of being like a pedophile. So that was something they actually did later. But also, Freddy Krueger only appears for 11 minutes in the original movie. They thought that he would be scarier the less you saw him, and I believe no, he's only in it for 6 minutes, and he only has 11 lines in the entire movie.
Okay. That's insane. And we made a
I'm
whole like series out of
I'm
that.
trying
That's
to
pretty
see.
cool.
Okay, so I'm looking at this. I had to bring it up to see the movie because I could tell by the so in my opinion, it goes one. I think the first one was brilliantly made. One, three, four. Freddy versus Jason. New Nightmare. Freddy's. I think two is the worst one. I'll put it like that.
Two was definitely so for me, I appreciate two because they came out with like a gay male character as the lead, and he's actually the only male lead in all of the movies. So I appreciate it for the fact that like during that period of time a director made a movie that was so clearly like about a gay main character, that I push it a little bit more in the front. But like if you take that out of the fact, I think that and like Freddy's Dead are like the I don't
You don't
I
vibe
watch
with.
them the least. I watch them the least.
The reason I think I would put Freddy's Dead above it is because of how they went about killing him. I believe it was a good way to, end this. Like if they never made another Freddy movie, it was a good way, another Nightmare on Elm Street movie. It was a good way to end the series, in my opinion.
And my only issue with Freddy versus Jason is clearly Freddy would have won that in like 5 seconds. So mad about that. Jason wasn't gonna win that. Freddy was gonna win that. How dare they?
Oh, that's also another reason I don't like I'm looking at the movie titles. I don't like Friday the 13th 5. I think it's 5. Because it was some random dude. Spoiler alert, this movie came out in 85. So if you haven't seen it yet, like this movie came out before both of these young people were alive, that are on here. So you haven't seen it yet, that's on you. Spoiler alert, it's not even It's not even Jason. It's not his mother. It's just some random dude that just happens to um see his son he gave away get killed. And then he's mad about it and he starts killing everybody. Yeah,
Well,
that's yeah, because it's a paramedic. Paramedic. Yeah. He just sees
Kind of like when Halloween did that in the third Halloween when they had that Paul Rudd one they had where it was about like a cult instead of about Michael Myers really.
I'll be honest with you. I understand why Michael Myers is in the big three. However, I've never been a big fan. Like I haven't seen the newest one, but I never been the biggest fan of the Halloween movies. Like there's some I really enjoy. Like I enjoy the first one. I enjoy H2O. And it's the one after H2O that I liked. But after like it is so many that I feel like are so strongly hit and miss with that series.
Yeah, they had more misses than they did hits because like I'm gonna be honest, I don't appreciate the Rob Zombie ones. I don't think they're great. I don't really understand it. But do you know they actually made the first one in 28 days? That's it.
what? That's insane. And that one was pretty
That's
good. I'm gonna say that one.
that one
That
is
one was
that's when Jamie Lee Curtis at prime. Oh my God.
Oh my God, yeah.
I love Jamie Lee. Like like there's not many bad movies you could think of that Jamie Lee is in. So I'm yeah.
it really
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, so I love Jamie Lee, and I believe that was really yeah. So yeah,
Jamie Lee Curtis, the original Scream Queen, or not the original Scream Queen, but the truest Scream Queen.
yeah,
Mhm.
and then like question, and this is a real like I want to throw that go. We said we're talking about horror. Um, when they even though I hated the newest Chucky movie, Child's Play movie,
Oh, it's so bad.
what was your take on them not bringing back Jennifer Tilly?
Okay. So what happened with that is the original writer and director and creator of Chucky had a whole plan. Like, you know how they have a Chucky show now?
Yeah,
Mhm.
He had this whole plan, and then somebody else created that entire movie. And he actually, the original creator was like, fuck that movie. That movie is terrible. How could you do this? I had this whole plan. Like, that's why she's in the show and everything. I think the newest movie is trash. And I love Aubrey Plaza. She could basically like take a poo on like screen and I would just scream, I love this movie. But like I hated
You were
that Chucky movie. I just really love Aubrey Plaza. Like I was in there, I was so excited. I was like, Chucky, yeah, Aubrey Plaza, yeah, remake, yeah. And then by the end of it, I was just like, this is trash. But I agree, like they didn't bring Jennifer Tilly back. It didn't make any sense. But I did find out, I did like some research on it, and the original creator had this whole plan, and it was for more movies and for more like the TV show to come out. And he was really upset when they put that movie out.
see, the thing is when I first heard that she wasn't coming back and everybody was going crazy about it. My thing was this. It's like I understand like if it wasn't what it was, because it wasn't like it's more so a dot like a AI or something like that rather than anything else. Like I can understand if they were doing like how it was originally in the what was it, 86 or 87 movie. Um
Mm-hmm.
if they were doing like that to first introduce him before they brought back Jennifer Tilly, whatever, I can understand that. But it just felt like it was so yeah, it was I don't know,
Lazy.
it was just like
extremely
thrown
lazy.
together.
Extremely lazy. And but on a side note, let's go back to Freddy really quick. My favorite line from all Freddy movies is from Freddy versus Jason. That's why I love it so much. and he just talks about him being dead. He can't come back. He says being dead wasn't a problem, but being forgotten. Now that's a needs to be word. That's a and I'm like, I love like that is literally on like my Facebook and stuff. Like my under like you know you put favorite quotes. That is like one of my favorite quotes. It's like, yeah, even though like my time here might be, significant for a moment, but remember me when I leave this dang old earth. That's a B word. Don't forget me. Do you know who I think I am? So yeah, I'm sorry.
No, I appreciate that. My favorite part from that movie is when he turns into the worm. He's like eating the kid.
Wait a minute, what's
From Freddy vs. Jason. Freddy turns into like the worm and he's eating the like stoner kid.
okay.
You
Well,
definitely have a
he was
gruesome
he was
mind
trying
for that
he
type
was
of movie.
trying to eat him, and then Jason came along and stole his thunder.
He did.
That's when like, but yeah, I agree because like all Brady's in your brain when he infiltrated him in the drain whatever right there like he's done. I just hate they waited so long to do it
Hmm.
because they did Jason X and it's kind of underplayed Freddy vs. Jason because like yeah because it was Jason goes down and then you see Freddy like grab his mask and then it's like 7 years. And between that time, you got New Nightmare, and then you have Jason X. And it's like, okay. And then this came out in like '03, I think. And it's kind of like you kind of like destroyed the magic because yeah, I don't know. But not that many people enjoy Freddy vs. Jason, but I really wish it did a second one before you know, Wes Craven passed away. Like, I still believe that Kane Harder, that's his name, is the best Jason. And before Robert Englund got too old, to play the role.
Oh, absolutely.
Sarah's like, who are these names? I'm sorry,
I'm just sitting pretty here right now, letting y'all.
Sarah. I'm gonna make Sarah watch this movie called VHS, and just her have her watch the I like girl one, and that's it. Please tell me you've seen VHS.
I haven't seen it yet.
I don't think I have either. I definitely have.
It
I
is
I
it is
know it.
it is a real like you could tell that like that is a B movie, but it's this one like it's a whole bunch of shorts, and it's one in there where this girl is a killer, whatever, and she says, "I like you" a lot, and it is spectacular. Like, especially if you don't go into it with high hopes, it is spectacular. Because it's a big movie. Because like you can't you
Yeah.
can't you can't go into certain movies expecting to have super high hopes and like expect,
That's
greatness. Because everybody like for example, I believe Urban Legend, for example, the first one, is a great freaking movie. And it was that man's first movie that he ever did, whatever. And like even the actors who were like seasoned on the set was like you wouldn't have known that it was his first movie because he did so good. And let alone this man had a cameo by the voice actor of Charles Lee Ray, Chucky, and he had Robert Englund in it. And it's like he got two horror movies in it. So that's a big Easter egg for those who know who they are.
that's true. That is pretty awesome.
It's like how
And
the guy the
I see
actor
your
that
excitement and I loved it.
it's like how the actor who plays Candyman will be in any horror movie. You catch him in like every fucking horror movie, every Final Destination. Robert Englund does the same thing. He was in Wishmaster. He was in Midnight Man.
Tony Todd. I'm
Uh
trying to think of his name. Tony Todd.
Yeah, what is the name of that elderly or woman who is in all the Insidious movies and she's in like the Ouija movies? She's in every single horror movie. She's like the same.
I feel like I know what
Sh
you're talking about.
Lynn Shay. I
I
don't
gotta
know
see
why
her
that's
face. I don't
um
know her name. I'll be honest.
I don't either, but I think I know what you're talking about. Because there was this one scary movie where there was like, I don't know, I think it was like ravens outside and people were turning into like zombies or some shit. They were inside like a store and she was like on the ceiling. Or was that an elevator? Yeah, I don't remember. I haven't seen
uh
movies in 10 years.
yeah, so it is Lynn Shay who I was talking about. Lynn Shay is she's like the female wet Freddy Krueger, what is his name? Robert Englund. She's
Robert
like the
England, yeah.
female Robert Englund, where she's in the Conjuring movies, she's in the Insidious movies, she's in the Sinister movies. Um, but I actually watched her in a Christmas movie the other day. I was hoping you guys would know who she is. She was in a Hallmark Christmas movie before she did any of these horror movies. And it's so funny because she plays this waitress. And my favorite line from this movie is she looks and she goes, "Well, everybody's a little quirky. I really like ketchup on my pancakes."
Ew. But no, I don't know if I've seen that horror movie.
I don't know her by name. I have to actually spell her name correctly and look at her. Cause yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
she's
But
it's Linshaye. If any of the listeners want to look that up, they're probably sitting there going, "Who is she talking about?"
Right? They're like, who's that? But
oh,
yeah,
okay, okay.
say I may not have watched a lot of horror movies, but I will say some that stood out, for example, was The Orphan. Like that one was pretty good.
Did you know they came out
For
with a
me, not like
prequel?
they made a prequel.
Mm-hmm. Really
Okay,
recently.
like
It was like last year.
I feel like I would watch that during the day or something. Like have to be at a certain time of day, you know. Enough for me to watch another movie before the sun goes down. I'm a big baby, I swear. But still, that
Put a
was
movie on
really
and give you a cartoon.
good.
Question, really quick. And this is a big debate that I've heard people argue about. Have you seen the oh my God, the movie just left my brain.
He's
Damn it.
blanking.
Like I had it in my head, and there's two movies to it, it's part one and part two. And it just slipped my brain. And the thing is, like, I prefer the second one to it because he wears a mask, he has wings and stuff like that. And the second movie, he's attacking a bus. And the first one, he's chasing these
Jeepers
people.
Creepers.
Thank you.
Oh,
There's actually four of them.
Yeah, I've seen two. Like, I don't like. Do you watch Dead Meat on YouTube?
No, what's that?
Basically, he goes through each kill and he gives like a summary of the movie and whatever. And he basically just retakes all the kills. And for some movies, I am not going to watch it because I can tell it's horrible. It was going to be really, really bad. And sometimes it's easier to just see the everything outside of, trying to watch Winnie the Pooh, you know.
Well, they made that into a horror movie too.
That's what I'm talking about. He went over Winnie the Pooh horror movie, and it's kind of like, oh my God, this is bad.
Winnie the Pooh,
no.
Blood and Honey.
Well,
I just that name was so weird.
Yeah.
you do know like the Mickey Mouse the him on the boat just went to public domain 3 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
So they
And they're
can
gonna make it into a horror movie. I've already
yes.
heard whispers.
Yeah, so you're gonna see a killer Mickey Mouse, and Disney can't stop him.
Nope.
Oh no.
They can try, but this is gonna
Why are they
be
gonna do that?
As long as they don't make Mickey anti-Semitic, let's go.
yes.
Um,
They can do it. They can do whatever. And it's crazy that it's, that easy now. I do want to touch on a few things. One big, because I said this earlier, I was going to bring this up, and it has to be said. Are you ready for the Miami Bills the Bills Miami Dolphins game this weekend?
Yes, I'm very excited.
Okay, so to tell you what made me super excited, I am a diehard Buffalo Bills fan.
Yes.
That was my reaction too. Like,
Right?
I was just at the Chargers Bills game a few weeks ago. Like if you look at my Instagram, it's like this third picture of me in my Buffalo Bills hat, and I got some Buffalo Bills gloves, and like I had a whole outfit. I was ready for that game and all
He was
excited.
all decked
Yeah,
out.
I've been a Bills fan since 1990, and I saw that she's a Bills fan. That's when I ran and made that tweet because I was super excited. That made that like that was me like rereading all my notes at 4 a.m. and I didn't read this page and I'm like, oh
And then you read Buffalo Bills, and you're like, yes, she's my new friend.
yes, and I'm like I don't like I said like this is gonna be fun. Like I can just tell she is a fantastic human being because she's a Bills fan. Like like she could come on here and disagree with me, cuss me out, but guess what? She's still a Bills fan. She's still,
Well, my family's all from Buffalo. We are Italian to the core and diehard Bills fan, even though like my family moved to Florida. So it's fun because now I get to go up against everybody who's like, "Oh, we're so excited. The Miami Dolphins are playing the Bills. Like, go Dolphins." And I'm like, "Fuck your team." Sorry to yell that so
no,
loudly,
I
just aggressively
I
in their face.
I'm from Indiana, mind you. So it's kind of like it's all it's always weird because I grew up around just Colts and Bears fans and Dallas fans. And I grew up my entire life. I had not met a Bills fan until like I was well into my 20s because I'm from Indiana.
Because honestly, we were not the best for a minute, but I like to say Bills fans are like die hard. We will stick with it because we may be good the last few years. Like we've been doing so much better, but there was like a solid 10 years there that you were just like, go team, go. I
See,
hope you win. Just like win like 3 games this season, please.
I was alive and coherent enough to be cheering for the Bills during the four Super Bowls. So
I missed that period of
yeah,
time. I
I
was that after.
yeah, so I was alert during that one. And what still kills me to this day is the first one we lost, the defensive court because the Bills went out and partied. They thought there was no way that we would lose to the Giants at all.
Mhm.
And like because of that, the defense for the Giants killed us. And who was the defensive coordinator for the Giants? Punk old Belichick.
Mhm.
So yeah, that still bothers me to this day. So
We'll get there.
I
We'll
mean,
get
I
there.
hope we just don't run out playing playoffs. Um, yeah, we'll get something eventually. I love Josh Allen. Is he just gets nervous when it counts, and I hate that for him. But we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there
Look, at
one
least you
day.
guys are one step closer because Ace is a Broncos fan, and they're definitely not going anywhere.
I mean, they could have this year, but
Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
yeah, they just lost some key games. And I hate the fact like it's crazy because this weekend, like this airs Monday, so everything we're saying right now for the next few seconds has already happened, y'all. So Just consider that. So
Yep.
this weekend, if the Steelers win and Jacksonville win, either we need to win Sunday night and we'll get the number 2 seed. But if we lose, we're out the playoffs. And it's crazy because we're either dang near at the top of the dang old AFC or we out.
Mm-hmm.
It is such
Y'all
a
close, this
so,
close to it.
I mean,
You know
I'm gonna believe we won. Come on,
yeah,
team, we
we won.
won.
We
exactly.
since we won yesterday when this comes out, we're in the playoffs and we're number two. I'm sorry, but
We
yeah,
should
but
make a friendly bet.
that's what made me very excited last night when I was rereading all my notes and I got all giddy inside and butterflies and like it was my birthday, but and I would drink alcohol and I was still drinking my core water. It was just like you know, like if people were around me, they would have like heard me yip yip over here, like excitement because of that. Because
At least
I don't be a lot of Bills fans, and I love when I do. And I think of all the games I went to, I've only seen us lose twice in person, and like the other what 4 or 5 I've been to, we won, and I'm like, at least I have a winning view ratio.
That's true. I feel like that does matter. You know, you don't want to all your experience being there to be them losing. So
But
at least
I've
you
never been to Buffalo
them
too.
win.
I want to go see a game in Buffalo though, because I've
oh,
only
it's cold.
Yeah.
there's a meme that I post
I
up.
refuse.
It's a meme that I post up of where it's like you see all these people just covered in snow and like it's like a whole seat just in snow. And there's a who is this? And it just says Buffalo Bills fans just shivering in the in the weather. And I'm like, and they talking about getting the inside. Like, no. Buffalo people, we do not play in a dome home. It's
That's what
never
I
Exactly.
grew up on. Like when
yeah.
I was my whole family, like we would go to games and I'm sitting here like 6 years old in like sweaters, just being like, it's okay. It's okay.
It's
I know
okay.
we're not gonna win this game. Cause I mean, think about it. This is after the four Super Bowls. So I'm over here just sitting here like we're not gonna do
Uh,
shit for this game, but like let's go. But at least we're not all Raiders fans.
yeah,
Think of it
never.
that way. It's
That's
easier
true.
for us.
See, I live in California and I still see a lot of Raiders. I saw a bunch of Raider fans last night where I went to last night for my birthday. Just a whole bunch of just people just walking in wearing Raider stuff. And I'm like, oh my God.
It was rude. It's your birthday. That was very rude of
Yeah.
them.
Right?
No, not the people I was with.
No, I
Um,
was joking.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
The
F them. Go
main
some
character energy.
yeah,
How rude.
go somewhere. Well, at least there wasn't Kansas City Chiefs fans. I don't want to see them right now. You know. Could be worse, or Bengals fans. You know what? The twisty turn we went from loving the Bengals to hating all the Bengals was so swift. Because
That's
the
true.
Bengals saved the Bengals got us broke the streak us be not being in the playoffs because of Joe Burrow or whatever, and that's not right. And Andy Dalton, whatever, scoring that touchdown and it put us in the playoffs. So we gave all these wings to Cincinnati because of that, and we donated so many thousands of dollars to his charity to now hating everything Bengals. I'm sorry.
Goodness.
So yeah, I'm a fan. Real quick, so you play games too. What do you? I seen you have a Twitch. I don't know if you actually use it or not.
I actually don't use it that much, but I play games on all of my streams. Like so every different website. I'm actually I'm big into like horror games, like the Dark Anthology games and the Until Dawn, where you're kind of playing through a game like a storyline, and it's like pick your own adventure almost. But I did just start Grand Theft Auto 5 for the first time. I've never played a Grand Theft Auto game in my life. And all I know is I cannot drive in real life very well, and I cannot drive very well in this game.
The only
Look,
G
I can't either. I actually was just playing GTA yesterday, and mind you, I had to pass it over to Ace because, like, first of all, he has this like
Ace
hoverboard
Ace
type of
Ace is
motorcycle.
her Ace is her significant other. You
Oh
said
yeah.
Ace.
So
I know
yeah,
who Ace
like
is.
he like I would tell him like, oh, I want to get on the airplane. He goes and sets it up for me, and then literally I go and I hold it, and he's like, shoo,
Yep.
immediately it's like anything that I do, even like he's obviously showed me the controllers and everything. I cannot drive, I cannot do the planes, like I cannot shoot for shit. Like he puts me on ghost mode if I
I've
want to play.
I've only ever played San Andreas, and I think that's
Okay,
PS2.
yeah, I liked that one. That one was fun.
I
This is the very first one I've ever played.
You play Friday Night Five Nights?
I started playing Five Nights at Freddy's, but it wasn't scary enough for me.
Okay.
Wow.
But you know what I do love? I love playing The Sims, and I have all the
Oh,
expansions so I can kill
I
everybody
love
in
the
it.
Sims. I love The Sims. I just need to get a bigger laptop, like a bigger RAM or whatever. That way I can actually have the game installed in my computer and not on my external hard drive. Because having it that way,
Hmm.
I can't use mods. And I need that Wicked Whims
You're
mod.
missing out.
The basement mods. Ooh.
Oh, currently my main character is a prostitute webcam model who grows her own weed, does a lot of painting and is famous for her painting. And I'm writing a bunch of books in it, but like I had what is it? It's that thing that people smoke which starts with an A. Um,
The smokes of her A.
no, it's like peyote, but it's the other one. Whatever. I had my character smoke peyote with
Ayahuasca.
like ayahuasca. That's what it was. I had my character smoke ayahuasca with like somebody like running it or whatever.
Oh yeah. With the healer. I've still
Yes.
not done that one, but I wanted to. That sounds fun.
It's so funny because like and then like designing your house when you have all of the things like my sim has like a bag over her face that just has like cum splat across it and has like a hole and I'm like who designed this,
I
like
don't know.
what programmer was like I'm not going to get any money for this but let's go.
I feel so old because
Right.
I first started playing Sims because I don't play it now. I own all of them now, like majority of them now, and I started play, but I don't have the patience to build my house out like I did back when I first played it. Because I first played it when you had to buy every CD for every expansion. This is like
Mm.
this is like
Yeah.
2001 and 2002. So my
Yeah, when
old
first came out.
and then it was like it was like a one word code you could use to get money. So
Rosebud.
Mother
yeah,
load. Well,
I
Yeah,
misused that.
Rosebud or Motherload. You got
mhm.
like 1,000 for one and you got like 1,000,000 for the other.
So
Yeah.
I used to
Well,
misuse
Mother
that
load is
code.
50K. Rosebud, I think, is 1K or 5K.
Yeah, something like that.
And but this was I used to play the mess out of it back then, but now I just like to watch because I know I was watching somebody on YouTube that did the 100 Baby Challenge.
Oh,
And like, you know what
I
that
don't know
is, right?
that.
Mm-mm.
So basically, like you have like when they're pregnant, they can't they can't age because they're pregnant. So basically, you have your main heroine, whatever, and basically you make her have babies with a different partner each time, whatever. And so you cannot have a child by the same person. You can have twins, and that counts, but you can't have a baby by the same person. And then when they get old enough and they die off, the youngest daughter becomes your next heroine, whatever. And so the goal is to get through it all without having a like without losing your home. Two, without having sex with like having another baby with the same person. Uh, and three, just micromanage having all these kids. You know,
Yeah, you have to avoid letting them get taken away.
yeah, that too. And I know in the big one I watched, one of her kids, one of her kids drowned because she wasn't paying. And then like for the rest of her videos, she said, "I am getting rid of this pool. I am not putting it back in there." And the thing is, if you're watching the video, like you see her talking about what's going on the screen, and in the background, because you can see through the kitchen window, you see the kid like jumping off the huh?
Into the pond,
Yeah, what is
essentially.
it? What is that? The jumping board. Is it called jumping board or the
Oh, that's
Uh,
good.
the
yes,
thing?
Diving.
diving board.
Diving board. Thank you. You see him
Yeah.
jumping off the diving board and then immediately falling asleep in the water after he
Yeah.
jumped in, and then like yeah,
And then sometimes they become ghosts,
yeah, and
and
then
that's great.
yeah, and then like
Those are
he
fun.
he haunted her, and the first heroine, the first mother kept coming back destroying all the stuff.
I banged death like the last time I was online.
I
So
didn't even know you
figured
could
that
bang
out.
that.
You
Nice.
can if you've got the Wicked Whims expansion.
Oh wow, well
Yeah, I've done
that's
it before. I romanced death and had some twins at one time. Yeah. My next job is I'm trying to do it to Patchy.
who?
Oh my God.
Patchy, he's like a scarecrow, and you can like actually talk to him and stuff, and he'll come to life. And if you have the mod, you can romance him and make some babies. He makes cute babies, just so you know.
I also love that they have the peeping toms like in the expansions or whatever, and it's usually a guy. They recently updated it so it can also be a female that is peeping
Oh
tom
yeah.
on you. And I was like, honestly, I know that it's weird, but I feel like I love that it was equal rights on that. Because
Mhm.
like maybe I want to peep in a window. Maybe it's not always the creepy guy that I would further romance.
Yeah, last time because I think you can change the settings for it. I had the pancakes be the peeping toms.
Oh, you mean
Love
the
it.
cameras?
The what?
You mean the cameras or
No, the pancakes. Essentially, there's this family. So they're like,
oh,
it has a lot of like different families in there, like the Goths and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
so I had the pancakes because I never know what to do with them. So instead of deleting all the like base townies, I actually like turned them into something. Like made something out of them essentially because I wanted to actually like expand this world and give everyone like deeper backstories. So I went ahead and did that. It was fun.
huh.
But
I
then
like to make mine cam girlfriends mine.
ooh, I get that. There was one where it was basically like she turns into like a sex doll or something. Do you know which one I'm talking about? It's
No.
yeah, essentially it's like she ends up turning into like a sex doll and like basically like that's all she wants. And so instead of like I think instead of fun, like it's like sexual energy or whatever. Like sexual fun. So
Yes.
she turns into a whore like crazy. So I want to play that.
Oh, the succubus ones?
Maybe.
It might be like similar or whatever, because I
Yeah,
saw
I
the
think
other
it's
day that
similar.
there's like a succubi like expansion now where you can like become a succubus and like
This
live
one's
off
a
of it.
little older, so I don't think it's that. This one's been out for a couple years, and I think it's more of like a porcelain. I think it says something about like porcelain, like sex doll or something like that. I'll look it up and I'll show it to you
Yeah.
because you might like the queer plays. I love doing all these crazy things with them. Like Wicked Winds tends to be my main one. So we'll just be going out into a restaurant and then bam, there's like an orgy in the bathroom. There's like different things
Mm-hmm.
everywhere. And you're just like, well, I just came out to get some food, but okay. It sounds like my kind of party.
Yep. The
Mm,
the worst thing ever though was I had a partner at the time and he walked over and he was like, "What are you doing? What do you do on this Sims game all the time?" And he looked over and it was an expansion, but it was like my character was like throwing up in the toilet like while like having sex. And
oh
he was
yeah.
just like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And I was like,
I have
"I
a,
it's they
I
did it. I didn't do it. They
I
did
have a
it."
random question. Do
Autonomously.
you have the mod that deletes the blur?
Yes.
Oh yeah, Wicked Wins.
First thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
Yep. You see everything.
I'm like
You
I haven't you remember, I have not played Sims since well I haven't played it like thoroughly since like '03. So I'm
They're
talking
doing
about
it all.
when I get my new laptop roster, I will show you. I will show you all the dirty things we can do on that.
no because I own it because I just buy games on Steam and it just stays there, but I just don't play them. You be like if you looked at my games on Steam, Sarah, you would think that some
On
of
the
my games are
Xbox
very
or
perverted.
on the PlayStation, yes. But I don't know if you have different thing on your computer.
Yeah, I have a lot of, adult games and then regular games. And,
Because I've seen
yeah.
some of the games that you showed me, but hey,
Yeah.
I'll install some of these mods on yours so we can do some dirty things. One of my favorite things to do is the Black Widow challenge. That
Yeah.
Which
one
is
is
that?
really fun.
Killing
So
everybody.
essentially, your sim is a Black Widow, where she finds a bunch of different sims to marry, and they die mysteriously. She keeps all the money and keeps remarrying. So the way that I had done it for myself was essentially where every sim that she married, she would have to kill them a different way. So she can't do
Love
it
it.
done it before. Yeah. So essentially, you're utilizing all the different ways that you can torture and kill your sims.
There was I noticed it when I was playing about a year ago. I haven't been able to find the expansion for it again since, but there was one where you could have like a machete, you could have like a candy cane, you could poison people, and it
Oh,
was like Grand Theft Auto, like you were just running around like stabbing people, killing people, but it was easier because it's Sims.
have you gone on sacrificial mods?
No.
I think that's what it's called. I will look it up. I will look that up for you too. And I'm pretty sure the site is called Sacrificial Mods.
Listeners, I'm literally writing this down so fast. This is so important to me.
Yes, I may not know much about horror, but man, I know a lot about Sims.
Yeah, so like during the part of the conversation we were talking about football and horror,
I
Sarah was
was like,
completely lost. Now I'm just back here like I have no idea what they're talking about.
oh,
We're talking about some boom boom Sims action.
that's right. Some woohoo.
I just know the mods because like I like looking up different mods that Sims have now because I was looking at different mods because I played Stardew Valley a lot and they were on all the same website and I'm just like,
Mhm.
oh, Sims is very perverted right now.
Yeah,
I
that's
have a
why.
friend whose daughter is playing Sims, and I like will go in with like the mom and just be like, "Did you go on the computer and make sure there's no mods?" And she's like, What do the mods do?" I have no idea. I'm like, "Oh no, 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 no. You need to go in that mods folder, delete
Mhm.
everything out of that thing."
Exactly. Like she can have the custom content, but the mods, like that has to be monitored. I will say that.
Depending on what mod it is, because there's some mods that are just very minor. Like
Yeah, like extra outfits.
yeah, but
Like
yeah,
Wonderful
like
Wimp. That one's cute. That one's wholesome.
and then
Yeah, there's the
there's
one where you can turn into a mermaid now.
Oh yeah. I
that
love
was
that
fine.
one.
Like I love mermaids.
Me too.
Like yeah.
I feel like
I won't.
for my Sims, I use a lot of the occult packs. Like, sure, there's regular townies, but I feel like my main like characters end up being occult. Because I'm like, all right, like, how am I going to distinguish myself from other people to give myself that main character energy? And I'm like,
Mhm.
occult, supernatural. Fuck yeah, let's do it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I also like that you can design penises on Sims, that people were so worried about it, that there was like a programmer out there. I downloaded it the other day because I was updating everything. And it was literally like 40 different penises you could choose for your Sims
Oh my
character. And
God.
I'm just like, who out here? Who out here just doing the most?
Yeah, I mean, if you
you know
think
what
about it, all the
some
different
dude
positions.
was just like,
Well,
okay, this is one for people who, you know, are less lacter. This is for people who really watch a lot of I guess Mandingo. Yes.
that's true. Well, there's smaller sizes as well, and then they basically have like where like the limp part, and then they have the like hard version as well. So I
Hmm.
have that. Like I feel like it does give us more like realistic play, so we're not just you don't feel like you're just playing dolls like on a computer.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's what like without mods, that's what it ends up feeling like. Like you're kind of playing dolls, like trying to create a storyline and stuff.
Yeah.
But you throw in all these crazy things and it doesn't feel like that anymore. That
I used to like making my Sims fight.
I like doing that. I don't know. I actually try to get them like some good lives, and then I'm just like, actually, let me like blow off some steam, and then boom, everyone's gone.
Let me flirt with as many people as possible and they all get mad at each other.
Mm-hmm. I finally did the serial romantic aspiration and had it be a girl because, like, usually it's that stereotypical. It's like the serial
The
like
hero.
romantic ends up being a guy. I used to do that just so he can go and get every townie pregnant. That'd be fun.
Oh
But
my
this
God.
time, where it's a girl, yeah, different
She
levels
can
of
get
love.
pregnant.
Like, oh, she did. She
I
got
mean,
12 kids.
yeah, and that's what the whole baby challenge is. You like romancing everybody and they all get you pregnant. And then I think on the one I was telling you about earlier, she had her get married at the end of her life to someone she didn't have a kid by, but they were crushing on each other because she became an elder and elders can't have kids.
That makes sense. At least let her have some love life when she's done with all that.
Yeah, so
I actually did have mine. Like she ended up marrying this dude that she actually really really liked, but then he turned her into a werewolf. So.
Love it. Now you can go to like Star Wars land. None of the mods work in Star Wars land though.
I figured because Disney really put some work into that.
Yeah. They're like, you're not going to Batu and then doing any of that stuff.
you couldn't have a baby Chewie?
Mm-mm. They do not let you romance with him. Like
Nope.
I've had friends, like I've known streamers that have tried, have done everything they could, and nope, it does not work. They made that like airtight, like you can't mod that.
Which is wild because EA, when they release, like, if you release an expansion or a mod pack or whatever, they have some like specific rules or something where you can only have it like available on your Patreon or whatever, like charge for it for like up to like 30 or 60 days, and then you have
Yeah,
to
up to
give it
30.
away for free. Yeah, it's like 30 days and you have to give it away for free. And so considering they're so into having mods on their computer, like on their game, it's so wild to like go into an area and just be like, Come
You like
on.
any of it? Yeah, it's because of the deal that they had with Disney.
That
Basically,
makes a
because
lot of sense.
Disney understands what kind of moths we be throwing on there, and did not want that associated with their brand, so they went ahead and locked it up airtight for us. So yeah, I mean, there's other worlds to go crazy in. It's just, I don't know. There's some like rawness, to doing it out in the desert.
Yes, absolutely.
Doing it in the desert.
Agreed.
Exactly. Imagine being out on an adventure, like flirting your way through it. Like, fuck it. I would have done that.
I just
But
thought
oh
about
well.
I just thought about something I was gonna say earlier when I first started this, but it slipped my mind, and now we're almost at the end of this podcast, and I can say it now, but it won't have the same effect because it was at the top of my notes and I started at the bottom because like this young lady here, she won Daddy of the Year in 2021, and in my
Dad.
brain in my brain last night at for like 4 o'clock in the morning my time, in my brain, I was just gonna call her daddy because no matter if it was 3 years ago, she's still daddy of the year and from 2021. So she's still a daddy. But it's in my mind and now we're at the end. And now if I call her daddy now, it's kind of late because she's not gonna get the full extent of me saying, "Hey daddy." No.
I can say it.
I
Hey,
yeah.
daddy.
Ooh, yeah. No, actually, a lot of people do call me daddy. It's funny. I have daddy energy. But it
Love
was
that.
funny because I didn't think Manyvids was gonna let me do it. I literally, it was like a joke. They had a category, and you were allowed to enter yourself as like a new category. So a lot of people, were trying to come up with like things that made sense. And then I just put daddy, and I really didn't think they were gonna let me like win this category. And they gave it to me. And then like I'm just sitting with a crown on top of my head, being
Daddy.
like, I did it. Who's your daddy? Literally me.
Exactly. I
Hey,
love that.
I always say like it's a title that no one can ever take from you.
Mm-hmm.
There's never been a daddy since.
See?
So it's still in my possession.
See? You're still the daddy.
Exactly. That's perfect.
You are still the daddy, like daddy. Daddy
It's still
Don.
a dad.
Daddy Dahlia. Dahlia is daddy. I actually
That's
changed my
nice.
name to that when I won the award. I changed my name to Dahlia's daddy for a while.
I love that. It should have been Daddy Dahlia.
Daddy Don.
Like
Next time I win a daddy award.
We can just still call you that now because you're still a daddy. No one is taking your crown. That's why they haven't. That's why they haven't dated again. They said we can't find another daddy that's more
mm-mm.
daddy. That's more daddy than Dahlia. Like it's not
Exactly.
it's
There
not gonna
can only
happen.
be one.
It can
There
only
can
be
Come
one
for my
daddy
title. Come for my title. Let's
until
go.
until this until they retire for good and disappear from everything. They are going to remain the daddy. Someone has to come prove that they can earn the title of daddy. But until then, daddy is daddy.
Hey, that's right.
Dahlia is daddy
Dahlia.
forever.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's right.
I hate that we're like we gotta stop here soon. Because you are so much fun and there's so much other stuff that's on my notes, like your comic book stuff and you like your wonderful personality. Like you play World of Warcraft, you play WoW, and it's like it's so much other stuff that you I knew this was gonna be fun, and I knew you were gonna be great. And that's last night reading all your stuff. I was so excited and hyped for this, and I'm glad you're able to come on. Please tell us what do you have coming up that everybody should look forward to. Everybody out there, purchase. Don't be a goober. Purchase all that she does. Support her in every way. What do you have coming up that we should look forward to?
I am going to AVN soon, which is really exciting. Last year I was nominated for Favorite Camgirl of the Year, so we're waiting to see if maybe I get another nomination.
The fan
Uh,
awards. I
yep,
I
yep,
thought they were gonna announce that 2 days ago, actually, the second. And I'm like, they haven't yet because we're waiting
Yeah.
to see if we get nominated again for best podcast. It'll be our second
Yes.
nomination. But go ahead.
no, I was gonna say that's about it. And I actually tonight I'm gonna go do a new cosplay. I'm gonna do a new Belle. I'm gonna do Belle even with the I'm gonna do a funky Belle with the pink hair.
Okay, that would be awesome.
Belle
I
from
thought
Beauty and the
it's
Beast.
so beautiful.
Yep,
That
yep.
Maybe
is
instead of a red rose, get a pink one, something that matches your hair.
so. I'm gonna say this,
Oh,
y'all. I'm gonna say this, y'all. This person keeps making me love them as a human more and more with everything they say because Belle is my favorite Disney character, my favorite Disney
she's
princess.
so underappreciated.
Yes.
Like, like my
Yeah.
favorite Disney movie is Beauty and the Beast. Because growing up, I always, I know I'm not the most handsomest person in the world, so I always love that aspect of, the fairest person with Belle. Belle means beauty. The most fairest person in the world, whatever. Falling in love with someone who is not as attractive, and then, like, I don't care, like, the remake, whatever. You have them singing, Beauty and the Beast, Tell Us All the Time. I do not like the new version. I love Angela Lansbury's version of Beauty.
Yes.
And it's just like when I found out it was, Miss Murder She Wrote singing this song, I'm like, even more because I love Angela Lansbury. Rest in peace. Yeah.
I
It-
used
But
to have on my Twitter, it used to say, if you don't fuck with Angela Lansbury, you don't fuck with me.
oh, okay. I love it.
Like,
so I found one of my favorite new people, Miss Sarah. Like
Yay.
she's just been at it because everything that she's saying right now, I love more and more.
Yes.
I'm a
I
Maybe
fan.
love
we
you guys. This has been so fun.
I'm a fan. I'm a real
we
fan.
we've really been looking forward to this,
I'm over,
and
I'm over here
I
all
myself,
giddy.
right?
I love this
I
woman.
myself will be again as well.
You,
So maybe I can convince Rostar to come to AVN with us.
uh, maybe, but I gotta talk to you
Come
about something
on.
about that. Big question.
Yeah.
Do you have any videos that you just do like for your mini vids and stuff that's coming out? Or is it just
No,
no? Okay, no,
no.
no, I just want to make sure that we publicize it,
No, I appreciate that so much. I took that breath and wanted to be like this, and then I was like, no, my content's trash. Yeah.
Oh, maybe what's the most recent thing that you have released that they can see?
I have a really great three girl video that's on there with Neko Bean EXO and Wild Wiley.
Okay.
And it's a really great one. And then I've been kind of focusing on my TikTok movie facts, so and
Mm,
mystery box openings.
Yeah, and that was
So
and that was another thing too I didn't get touched on because he's a movie.
a movie nerd. That's awesome.
Yeah, like if I ever meet you in person and I'm all giddy about, nerd culture, I'm sorry. Because yeah, this I can just keep going and going, and we have to end because we've been on for a while. So please tell everybody where they can find you, where they can get all your stuff, where they can, get everything from you, please.
so you can go to DahliaIsDopey.com or DahliaIsDope.com. I have a Manyvids, an OnlyFans, a Fansly. I'm on my MyFreeCams a lot, and I do special shows on ePlay once a week on Thursdays. So when we're recording this tonight, I will be doing it. But when we release it in a few days, I will be doing another special show. Tonight, I'm doing one called Boobs Ross, where I'm going to try and do a Bob Ross painting, but I'm really, 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 really bad at anything artistic. So they all just turn out to look like nightmare scapes. They
Oh,
look like
goodness.
some Blair Witch shit.
I love Bob Ross. I love Bob Ross. I used to fall asleep watching his stuff.
Oh, he's an
This is
angel.
a graphic pen I used to draw before my hand got messed up. And I keep the pen right here as my memory of me being able to draw people. I used to do stuff like they can't see my background, but you can, like that right there. I used to draw stuff like that before everything went
Oh, that's
haywire.
awesome.
Now I can't do it anymore, and I pay somebody for that. But Sarah, real quick, where can they find you?
You guys can find me on imsaralace.com. All of my links will be under that website.
You can find us at the Burbank Misfits on Twitter, burbankmisfits.com. I need to add Sarah stuff to that website eventually. I gotta talk to her later about that. And but still you can see all her names and stuff on the everything else. I am Rawstar, Rawstarr, two R's specifically on Instagram and on X. And yeah, please everybody, please do it like tune in next week and where we have. And please follow this beautiful, fun, amazing human being that we just had a chance to interview. She's so great. And we will see you all next week.
That's right. Make sure you
Yay!
check her out at AVN. She will be there. Go say hi to her for me, guys.